and welcome to another Pillars of Eternity, and we just arrived in White March, and the place is being attacked by what looks like winter crag giants? I don't know. Something's going down. I'm getting my butt kicked.
Good.
I'm getting my butt kicked.
Ready, Watcher. After an Eatmok.
Hey.
Like these ogres are just like full on after us.
Temet Kong Swalias.
These ones are in for a walloping!
Dead on. Got an arrow for this one. That one hit true.
Okay.
All right then.
We need help! This way!
You do, but I really don't want to attack first.
I'm here. Got an arrow for this one. I'm here.
Hi?
I'm ready.
Hey.
What?
And then so many arrive.
What?
Just making sure I can find her. Hey, she's definitely here. Aye, there's. God, they're on
I'm
the
ready.
floor. Highly annoying.
I'm here.
Yes?
Still casting. I don't know. Will they benefit from that? They should do.
Hey.
God damn it! She just moved out of space. Oh no! Damn it! She went down.
I'm here.
I'm here.
It's just to cure the.
Who's gonna be mad?
All right.
Ready, Watcher.
How may I help?
My friends.
Come on. Ah, get up, Edda!
Run! After an Eatmok. That one hit true.
That's it!
Dead on.
Oh, shh! Where did this one come from?
Stand together. Got an arrow for this one.
You're not getting through me.
Where did that one come from? Whew. All right. Take a breather. Get her health sort of back, or endurance even. And save it.
Of course.
Is this the fisheries? I actually know what the fisheries is. It's another cannoneer. Oh, that's a lot of them. Hold on.
Leave it to me.
Bugger.
That one hit through. Dead on.
Let's go. Leave it to me.
I'm ready. Temetko swolia. My bow's ready.
How may I help?
These ones are in for a...
I'm ready. For the Republics.
You can trust me.
Where am I going? The fishery. That's where it said, the fishery.
That's it.
I really wish there was like a cure button, like a proper cure health button. I mean, maybe there is. Maybe there is. Or maybe there isn't.
Hey,
I'm here.
I have some
may I
food. I don't know if food's gonna help.
Ready,
You
Watcher.
don't have food,
I'm
but
ready. I'm ready.
okay.
all
We're,
right then.
we're a little fooded up. But you know, we can't. Yeah, I was gonna say we can't just rest. You just know the moment we go into, there's just gonna be so many more.
What?
I'm ready.
Hey,
Get up, bud. Come on.
One hit through.
Strengthens allies dissolve in battle, increasing the probability they will land a critical hit.
Ready, Watcher.
Yes?
These ones are in for a walloping. Leave it to me.
How did the ogres get in here?
For the Republics. Ah.
Okay. I take it we're gonna go up here now. Maybe even over here. We're not doing great. Okay, there's no bad guys up here. Okay, no bad guys up here. I'm guessing we're going up here then. Oh, just broke through the western stockade. Alright. This way!
I'm here. After him, eat him up.
how may I help? Hey,
wonderful. Let us just leave.
That's it!
Dead on!
Ow. I want a
Leave it to
massive
me.
cannon. Come on, this is gonna say bound to be one of them, but it's really not. Oh boy, here goes.
Yes?
Oh boy, here goes. Right, there is
How may I
no.
help?
Hey,
I'm ready. That's for my friends!
We
How
could
may I
die. We could. Oh god, we really could die here.
I'm ready.
Get up, lady, get up.
hey.
Please get up, Edda.
Hey,
I don't. Okay, I've got no more of those.
Ready, Watcher.
I'm here.
Oh no, 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 no. Oh, you had to, didn't you? You had to. Wait,
I'm ready.
is he down so she can't lift him completely? Bugger. Okay.
hey.
I'm here.
I? Ulu, stand!
Hey,
I'm here.
Koa 10! Stand together! Dead on! That's for my... After him, Ichimak!
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Come on. Oh, you finally getting this move done?
Brainless!
After him, Ichimak!
Yes? I'm here.
Stand together! Freros, Ceres!
Let's have it out!
I did not realize she was still, you know.
Freros, for the Republic!
You blocked her.
Hey, Varathus!
Freros, Ceres!
Hey, Varathus!
Oh, he fell down.
Hey, Varathus!
Ulu, stand!
Hey, leave it
Come
to me!
on, fall over. Get up,
Hey.
Edda.
Varathus! Let's have it out!
Aspect worth and rough!
Darzir's fallen! Back to the matron now!
What in the hell? What's going on? You're one of the Redding Guild sent for. She'll want to speak with you. Her house is just the way next to the Graf's Rest. The messenger pants, waving smoke away from his face. Major positive.
Katie's house is burning! Hurry! They're both in there!
Wait, what?
I'd be glad to.
Help! The hut's coming down!
Oh, we're going in. The roof of this hut is almost entirely enveloped in flames, lighting the snow in a stark orange hues. Several beams have been reduced to ember-dotted dusks. Through the hut's threshold, you can see only billowing smoke. Fire roars as it climbs the timbers. The air feels thick and hot. The building is a maze of flame. Withstanding the smoke and navigating the fire will be a challenge. We're gonna send in Adair. Adair leaps over the burning threshold, plunging out of sight behind a wall of smoke. Inside the house, fire has pitted the walls and beams, and a thick haze rolls through the building. It is hard to see even a few feet ahead, save for the occasional glimpse of glowing embers. And he's going to crouch to avoid the smoke. Adair moves onwards through a haze of heat and soot. The hut groans and shifts as the blaze grows. And with a mighty groan, the burning beam comes crashing down. Caught off guard, Adair is pinned beneath the heavy fog. Gotta push the beam away. Even reeling from impact, Adair is still able to heave the debris away with a relative ease. Adair gets back upright, a little winded from the ordeal. Sudden flashover singes Adair's arms. It doesn't stop Adair, but the pain steadily grows. Pressing forward, Adair comes at last to a wider room. To the left is a man, the source of her faint cries for help. He stands trapped behind a curtain of flames, arms raised to ward off the heat. It may be impossible to reach him without quenching the fires first. To the right, a woman lies unconscious beneath what appears to have once been the roof. She's small, but the rubble trapping her looks heavy. Smoke winds its way up and out into the open air, obscuring all sight of the outside. To the left is the man, to the right is the woman. This woman is trapped beneath a considerable amount of rubble, including a heavy crossbeam. Purpling bruise on her temple suggests that she was struck as the debris fell. She could already be dead. Do you know that? I'm going to try to lift the rubble off the woman. The crossbeam has provided the woman with some protection against the scattered debris that fell alongside it, but the beam itself is now weighed down. Adair grips the end of the beam and, using every ounce of strength, strains to lift it clear. The beam shifts slightly. Keep trying. After a period of fruitless struggle, the beam finally begins to rise by slowly degrees. With one great and final effort, Adair heaves the last of the rubble clear of the woman. Though still unconscious, the woman is free of the rubble and can now be moved. Oh, this is a mistake, but I'm going to try it. Turn away to help the man. Adair approaches the other victim. Smoke clogs Adair's lungs and the heat has become unbearable. Adair will collapse soon. No, we're going to have to go and get the woman. Help! Please help me there! A man dressed in the haphazard armor of a local guard stands trapped at one side of the house. Fire has worked its way across the floorboards, blocking all escape. He'll turn and help the woman. Adair approaches the other victim. Smoke clogs Adair's lung and the heat has become unbearable. Adair will collapse soon. Let's carry the woman out. The woman is of a slight frame, and carrying her proves easier than freeing her from the rubble. Adair hoists her carefully onto his shoulders. I'm going to have to retreat to the exit. Beset by smoke, clogged air, blistering heat and burning debris, Adair is rapidly losing strength. With every passing moment, survival becomes more unlikely. Keeping a firm hold on the unconscious woman, Adair turns the exit. for the exit. Adair clears the fallen beam with an easy grace, avoiding the scattered embers and debris underfoot. The smoke clouds Adair's vision and makes it difficult to breathe, but Adair staggers onwards. At last, Adair comes to the door, rushing out of the blaze and into the mountain air.
Katie, thank the gods you saved her.
I was sure that thing was coming down and taking your friend with it. The man wipes his brow and stares up at the collapsing house. At least you got Katie out when you did. As for poor Lurd's shoulder, his eyes widen, a section of the roof collapses. He looks away, shaking his head. You look like you could use a drink. Take this over to Herfrex and have one on me. He flips you a couple of flat, carved bones. Okay. Hopefully we did the right thing. Ooh, loot. I was gonna say we did get a ring though. Must be in the stash. Ring of Changing Hearts. Grants Dominate. 2 per rest and +3 resolve. Calato, more commonly known as the Bronze Chanter or simply Kai, was a famous singer and a flautist from the old empire of Grand Valia. His exploits with women were even more famous than his skill with music, and though he claimed that his way with women came from his intimate charm, he was never seen without a certain silver ring, even when he had divested himself of all else. In the end, it was Kai's own discretions that led to his demise. He dallied with an assassin known as Falinda Rugia, and when he comforted the niece of a woman's most recent mark, what an unfortunate coincidence for Kai, looked like a suspicious alliance to an assassin, and she killed him in his sleep to prevent him from spilling her secrets. So that ups our resolve. What does resolve do? I seem to forget. The resolve. Resolve reflects a character's internal drive, determination, fearlessness, and emotional intensity. It can project to others. It can be useful for mental intimidation, leadership, and convincing performances. In combat, it helps characters maintain concentration and contributes to will and deflection defense. So, I wonder who would be best to have it then. Right, we are going... Gotta go to someone's house. I can't remember who it is. Was it Renegald's or the Gref's Rest? It was Renegald, wasn't it? You see a middle-aged woman and a younger man locked in an argument. Both wear clothes streaked with blood and dirt. The young man turns to the woman, and a fresh cut visible below his eye.
They've destroyed the stockade, Mother. It's...
Enough. They're gone.
She holds up a hand, which is missing the final joint of the ring finger, but it's her voice, sharp and steely, that silences the young man. As she glowers at his toes, as he glowers at his toes, she turns to you with dark circles under her eyes and a smile pulled taut across her thin lips.
The deliverer of Cadnua. Thank you for making the journey. Abidan knows it's a long one. Well, I'm sure you wagered on a more civilized welcome. Still, we're much obliged for your capable intervention.
She shoots the young man a brief but stern glare. He pulls a knife from his belt and an apple from his pocket and sets to work. A charming place like this? I can't imagine why you don't see more visitors.
I won't waste your time.
She folds the map in her hand with a quick and merciless pinch.
Stalwart isn't much more than a grease stain on a map. What roads we've got in the White March are basically tracks in the snow. And for every trader or adventurer that comes through, 3 of our own leave for good. But it weren't always so. There was a time when kings and queens sent their firstborn to these mountains, when the White March was the envy of empires.
Cat was going ham on a scratching post. Her eyes shine, and for an instant she looks like a much younger woman. How the mighty have fallen. What an era that must have been for White March!
The Pargrin dwarves transformed the White March once. We could bring some of that greatness back to Stalwart. But we need the White Forge.
She raises the map and taps a spot in the middle of the white and grey expanse. I'm sorry, I've never heard of it.
Of course. Been over 200 years since anyone's felt so much as a summery breeze near it. I'm hoping you can do something about that.
Me? She ignores the old man, who shakes his head at the crackling logs. Me? Work a forge? Well, I've never done anything like that.
I'm not asking you to work the White Forge. I want you to find it.
Oh.
We've been trying to breach Durgan's battery for over a year now. Problem is, the other expeditions can't so much as dent the front door.
She rubs at her fatigue-shadowed eyes. Tell me about these other expeditions.
A dozen different groups have come through at our request, and several more besides. Been hoping that one of them could clear the way through Durgan's battery. But young or old, green or seasoned, it don't seem to matter. They cast their spells, chisel at the door, and search the grounds until they've worn new treads into the old stone. The lucky ones eventually go home. Plenty more find themselves on the wrong side of a blizzard, or an ogre raiding party.
Tell me, why the sudden interest in the White Forge?
We're an old mining town. Or we were until the Adirans pulled out and left us with a half-dug mineshaft and something resembling an inn.
She thumps the sturdy wooden wall with her fist.
Since then, it's been a steady decline. You've seen the roads. Isn't much we can produce that the Valians can't ship cheaper.
It is what we do.
But the White Forge... well, if we could fire it up again and start producing Durgan steel, or something close to it, wouldn't matter if we're in the White March or the Living Lands, business would come.
She folds her arms and gives you a stiff nod. The young man says nothing, but he tosses a sliver of apple peel into the fireplace. And that's why you need my help.
That's the long and short of it. We're laborers and fisherfolk, not adventurers. But Durgan Steel could put Stalwart on the map again, open up the mines, bring in new business. We just need the White Forge.
She thumps the desk with her fist. Why is Durgan Steel so special?
Because you can shave stone with it, cleave cast iron in two, and the stuff's as rare as it is remarkable.
In her enthusiasm, Renegild shifts on the balls of her feet. She props one bent arm on the other, pointing distractedly towards the eaves of the house. Steel is steel. It may be light and it may take the edge well, but per Cablanca, the legends grow with each passing year.
If we could make something even half as good, we'd have a market at our doorstep and work enough for all of Stalwart.
For a split second, her gaze flickers to Aldrich. How is it that no one's gotten into Durgan's battery yet?
Where should I start? Ogres, blizzards, or sheer damned inaccessibility?
She ticks the items off her fingers.
It ain't for lack of trying, I'll tell you that much. Got untold riches in Durgan steel lying just inside, and never mind the White Forge itself. The Adirans who first settled Stalwart tried to crack it. So did the Valians, and every other cocky adventurer with more metal than sense.
She folds her arms, shaking her head at the pitted floorboard.
But the place has a funny way of sealing itself up. Front door stays shut, the tower entrances are clogged with rubble, and it's been impossible to blast a way in.
Renegild trails off, and for a moment the room is silent, but for the popping and cracking of a fire. And what happened to Durgan's battery?
It don't bear dwelling on. There's too many superstitions about that place as it is.
She waves her mangled hand in a broad crescent, averting her gaze.
Killed each other off. Or so the old books say.
He glares at Renegild through hooded eyes.
Plenty of tales to go around, but none of them open the battery. And the last thing people need is another reason to fear the place. Whatever it was, the other Pargrin dwarven settlements in the White March, Bone Picker, the Hawk, and the rest, emptied out not long after, moved to gentler, greener lands.
Had the right idea, if you ask me.
I don't see why you need White Forge to make good steel.
Finally, someone talking sense.
He raises his knife and a half-peeled apple to the fire in a dramatic gesture of exasperation.
Durgan steel wasn't just good. It was some of the best. We need the best if we're going to keep Stalwart alive.
She glares at Aldrich even while she speaks to you.
No one alive today has seen the White Forge, but the old stories tell that it was powerful, glowed white-hot, and gave off a steady, even heat, unlike any other furnace. Let better-schooled folk puzzle over how the thing was built. I just want to see it put to use.
Tell me about the Pargrin dwarfs.
Pargrin's a word in their language. Means traveler. They've been wanderers for generations, but I couldn't tell you much more.
Well, all right. Any idea where I should begin?
The battery's up the mountain to the north. A good hike away.
She jerks her head in the direction of the slope behind the house.
Near Galvino's place, huh?
Aldrich says it in a breezy tone, but Renegade falls suddenly silent, consternation hardening the lines of her face. He smiles and draws his knife across the apple again.
So it is. Though I was going to suggest dealing with that ogre camp before anything.
She compresses her thin lips into a frown. Who's Galvino?
Mestre Galvino, as the old crosspatch prefers it, lives by himself and keeps the wilder and beasts at bay through sheer foulness of his temper.
She means to say he's a skilled smith and animancer, who's lived in the shadow of Durgan's battery for over a decade.
He looks over his shoulder at you and Renegade. Well, I'd say that's worth mentioning. Sagani folds her arms.
And he butters his bread on both sides and fits his left shoe before his right. But that's neither here nor there.
She crosses her arms and crumples the page in one tightening fist. You seem to be flustered all of a sudden. Did he do something to anger you?
Me and the rest of the town. He knows better than to linger at our gates.
What happened with Galvino?
Old lunatic finally went too far. And we sent word to the Valiant Academies. I don't like speaking on it, but if you want to get his guff, just remind him that we gave him the boot.
Ain't nobody here fond of the man, but he's a clever hand and a quick study. It's a fool who thinks he stayed so close to the battery without figuring something about it.
You said as much to the last party, and we haven't seen hide nor hair of him since. Maybe they didn't run afoul of Baragon's ogres after all.
She raises a grey eyebrow at him. Aldrich shrugs and turns back to the fire.
Just watch your step. Galvino's place is a ways east of the battery, and folk who pass it bring unsettling tales.
Okay, well then, tell me about the big old ogre camp.
Belongs to Flames That Whisper, Matron Baragon's clan. Hunters tell me they've been active of late.
Hunting elk and otherwise minding their own damn business.
He pops an apple wedge into his mouth and chews it aggressively.
Minding their own business. Never mind the latest expedition's disappearance or the broken stockade.
She pinches the bridge of her nose, squinting.
I'm saying we shouldn't agitate him further.
He makes to toss another slice of peel into the flame, but he fumbles and drops his knife. He bends up to pick it, cursing. What does this matron have to do with anything?
The brawl outside was just the latest patch of trouble. The ogre clans are getting bolder, and we'll all sleep easier knowing they aren't circling our walls. Also, Baragons like to have whatever the last expedition found. Rumor has it they disappeared near her turf.
She crosses her arms and looks over at Aldrich.
Killing a matron will only make our problems worse. The way to approach Baragon is with your hands held high.
If anyone could parley with an ogre, I suppose it'd be you. But they aren't known for their patience with prattle.
Got it.
Good. Before you leave town, stop by the Graves Rest. Most visitors to Stalwart spend some time there, so Hafric and his patrons may be able to give you the lay of the land.
Don't know about you, but I'm parched all of a sudden. Okay.
Hard
Teal.
living in a place like this. It's a wonder anybody stayed at all.
Teal'c's been looking for me. The man is sweating despite the cold. He opens his mouth to speak, but all that comes out is a low hacking cough. He bends forward, bracing his hands on his thighs while he heaves and gasps. And after a lengthy duration, he raises a finger, still panting. All Hathoric's fault. Damn fool sent me to the other side of town looking for you. Alas, he stands again. He wipes his dripping brow with the back of his hand and then offers the hand to you in greetings. I'm gonna shake his hand. Pleasure to meet you. I am captain of the militia around here. Nice to meet you. I wanted to catch you before you went running off into the wild. See, there's a few dangerous folk you might want to be on the lookout for. Plus, if you're heading out to Longwatch Falls, I thought you could pick up a thermal pearl for me. He looks away and twists the toe of his boot into the snow. You want me to find a thermal pearl for you? That's the thing. I already found it. I just need someone else to go and get it. Saw it in the hot springs up near Longwatch Falls. Would have grabbed it myself, but that's when I looked round and saw the Lagufeth. Must have been 50 of them. He spreads his arms wide. I would have fought, but I started to wonder what the rest of Stalwart would do without me, so I ran. For the sake of the village, of course. What is a thermal pearl, anyways? They form in the hot springs, something to do with all the minerals in the water. Smell kind of funny, but they're full of minerals. Just have to crumble them into a pint. He grins and you notice that his gums are bleeding. They cure scurvy. Like I said, pearls in one of the thermal pools near Longwatch Falls shouldn't be hot spot. Okay, tell me more about Longwatch Falls. It's east of Stalwart. Got some nice views of the valley, but most folk avoid it these days. Plenty of wilder nearby, and it only takes a few inches of snow to block you in. If you're heading out that way, I'd suggest talking to Farisk. He might have something to help you deal with the Lagufeth. Okay, that's all I needed to know. Thank you. Stop by Farisk's place before you leave town. His is the house next to the mines. He's a veteran hunter, knows the wilds better than anyone. You said something about dangerous folk in the wilderness. Oh yeah, we got our share of crazies out there. Most of them aren't even from the village. He laughs at his own joke. Latest group I heard were the Gleaming Society and the Sisterhood of the Slackened Skull. But Renengild set aside some bounty money to see that those troublemakers were taken care of. You bring me the heads of their leaders, and I'll give you the payment. I want to know more about the Gleaming Society. Crazy pack of radicals that want to topple the government and kill the wealthy, make the War of Defiance look like food fight. Duke Ava and the region of Regcerus both declared them illegal, which is probably the only thing those two would agree on. Anyway, check Longwatch Falls to the east. That's where they were last seen. Okay, well then, who leads the Sisterhood of the Slackened Skull? That'll be Metzler. All of the members of the Sisterhood worship Barath by sending as many folk back to the wheel as they can. He shivers. They've been poking around Durgan's battery, and well, only knows why, but you can understand why no one around here was pleased to hear about it. Passed through town recently. Didn't stay long, but they stopped at the Temple of Ondra. You might see if Laughter knows something. And if you come across them, be careful. They're unpredictable. Okay, let's talk about something else. Actually, do you know what? I'm parched. I should go. So, thermal pearls can cure scurvy.
Don't see the harm. Building's thirsty work. Figured you'd be out of here in a flash after the fighting died down. Most people don't stick around after they figure out the ogres are making regular visits. I would have helped fight them monsters off, you know, if I didn't think I'd just get in the way. And with you there to handle things, Everything turned out well enough, didn't it? Don't see why Havrick's still sour at me.
What's this about Havrick?
Oh, Havrick's the innkeeper over at the Grave's Rest. I may have been hiding in the inn when the fighting started. The raid didn't improve his disposition any. Did you know he has a whole case of Fenlin liquor in there? I keep offering to buy it off him, but he says he's saving it up for when the battery's open again. As if we're gonna last that long. Anyhow, he said he'd thrash me up and down the mountain if I didn't leave him be.
You hid away while everyone else risked their lives?
That's that's what Havrick said, actually. Look, I'm not proud of it, but I'm no warrior. What am I gonna do? Throw a net on them?
And now you're worried about some fancy drink.
They say a single drop changes your life. You'll never want to have a drink of anything else. Probably that's all rubbish, but it's supposed to be very good.
I see.
It's delusional is what it is. Point of fact, what with you dealing with ogres and everything, maybe you'd, be willing to help me out.
Oh, bravo! Subtle indeed.
Havrick keeps all the good stock in the inn cellar. Out of sight, you see. I mean, it's bound to be under lock and key, but I'm sure he wouldn't miss a single bottle. Not with everything that's going on.
I'm sorry. You hid while your village was being attacked by ogres, and now you're asking me to go into the inn, steal some silly drink. No, I'm sorry. I'm not going to rob the innkeeper for you.
Shh, all right, keep it down. I didn't mean anything by it. But if you happen to come across some, then maybe you could share?
If I come across some legally, then absolutely not. It's all mine.
If they knew what was good for them, they'd be walking that fiery path instead of warming their hands at it.
Okay, calm down.
Ooh, still can't feel my fingers. Thought I'd found shelter when I stumbled across this little village. Guessing you did too, huh?
Thera raises a frosty mug to you. Even though the warmth of the hearth reaches you here, her hands are wrapped in wire wool and her ears muffled by a hat. Her face has a taunt, wind-beaten look of someone who's recently come from the road.
As much blood as there was in the streets, I'm lucky the ale's still flowing.
She takes a drink, and as she tilts her head back, you see bruising purpling her jaw and the crimson bloom of scraped knuckles. What exactly happened to you? You look awful.
Thought all the whispers about Durgan's battery were just village superstition. And maybe they are. But I might have been on my guard if I'd listened. I was part of an expedition, hunting for relics from Durgan's battery. We picked up a good haul, too.
She takes a slow swallow of her beer.
So it figures that's when the winds pick up and the sky starts dumping snow. We lost sight of the road. Meanwhile, something else found us. Took Liam out before we even realized we were surrounded. And then we see him coming out of the snow. These little four-armed wilder. Lagufoth, they're called.
She shakes her head, staring at the embers in the fire pit.
Quick little bastards. Francesca and I held them off as long as we could, but when they filled her full of darts, I turned tail and ran. Found my way here and thanked my luck for escaping the Lagufoth. Then come to find out that this town's got an ogre problem.
Oh, what are you going to do now?
I need to get those artifacts. Not that I'm in any shape to go after them myself. But I can't afford to return to Defiance Bay without something to show for my expedition.
Apprehension creeps into her expression. She stares into her mug, swirling its contents.
But you know how to navigate the wilds. You'd be able to find your way out there and back with no trouble, I'd wager.
She looks up from her mug, hopeful.
I'll give you a cut for anything you bring back, of course. I ain't asking for charity. I just can't afford to go home empty-handed.
She brushes her nails alongside the mug as that anxious look returns. Tell me what you're looking for.
Like I said, we were treasure hunting near Durgan's battery when we were ambushed. What else do you want to know?
Renegil told me that another expedition came through before I arrived. Was that you?
Who? No, that would have been somebody else. We didn't meet with Renengild, or anyone else in town for that matter. We were operating on our own.
She looks into the fire pit, taking another drink. Why are these relics so important to you?
We took out several loans to pay for our trip out here. I'm gonna have trouble if I don't pay them back.
I examine her teeth. As Fira talks, you notice her teeth and gums are stained with dark spots. You recognize those spots as a sign of Svev use. Remind me where I can find your caravan.
What's left of it should be near Durgan's battery. If you stumble across the Logavoth, you'll know you're close.
What do you know about Durgan's battery?
Just that it's been locked up tight for 200 years on account of those dwarves having a row.
Shrugs.
Which means that any trinkets from inside fetch a nice price. Sorry, I'm more of a businesswoman than a historian.
Fair enough. Fair enough, fair enough. Hey there, good timing. You can watch me trounce boyfriend. Ugh, alcohol and sharp objects. This won't end well. Once, Andred. You won once. Oh, you're playing games. What about the ogre attack? What? Oh, we won, didn't we? That is, you won. Really, we just lived through it. We're not risking the roads just yet. With the ogre still out there, so we're stuck here. Might as play, right? Not like we lost anyone we know. Andred, what are you playing? Orland's Head. Andred grins sheepishly. That's what they call it anyhow. Smooth. You pick a target, see, nose or ears. Nose is worth more, but you've got 2 ears to work with. You get less points the further out from the target you get, so for the mouth and eyes, no points if you miss. Fancy a game? 3 throws each, and whoever gets the most points by the end of it wins the wager. I'll put down 50 pounds if you will. Sure, let's play. Kind of rude, but hey. Andred pulls out a throwing knife from his belt, turning it over in his hands. Wages 50 fans. Yin? Let's play. Lovely. I'll go first, just to show you how it's done. Okay? Andred aims carefully and throws his blade. The knife hits the fur, scoring a 2. Andred walks up to retrieve the knife. Your turn. Let's aim for the nose. The knife hits the ear, scoring a 7. Andred aims carefully and throws his blade. The knife hits the fur, scoring a 2. Andred walks up and retrieves the knife. Your turn. Let's go for the ears. The knife hits skin, scoring 1. No. Andred aims carefully and throws his blade. The knife hits the nose, scoring a 10. Aim for nose. I got 10 too. Yeah. That's 18 for you and 14 for me. Not bad, stranger. Looks like you win this one. Nice. Here's your prize. Guess I ought to get in some practice. Okay, that was kind of weird.
Owena! Go check on that Orland. Make sure he don't steal nothing. Never seen such a bloodbath. Feels like we got half the town's survivors in here, just drinking to forget it.
The dwarf surveys the crowd, his expression sober, despite half-empty flagon by his hand. He shakes his head and looks to you, remembering himself.
But you must be looking for some refreshment, too, after the way you handled them ogres. Or perhaps a room. Say the word and I'll give that shifty little Orland the boot.
He nods at you with a gruff camaraderie. What, Orland?
Showed up a few days ago. Sticks his nose out of the back room just long enough to empty his chamber pot.
He squints towards the hall as if daring Orland to show himself.
Up to no good, I tell you. I'd like nothing more than to see him gone, but I don't want to ruckus over it.
I could talk to him.
I'd appreciate it. And I suppose I don't need to remind you that I don't want you to hurt him.
Oh,
I'm
no.
sure you can find a more discreet way of handling the problem.
He gives you a meaningful look. Well, why would I hurt him? don't understand why you would think that. Take it he's in here. Hello? No, he's not in there. I think he's...
Not to be rude, but I'm rather busy. Can't you get another room?
The Orlan turns and glances past you with a quick, nervous motion. His ears, shredded and scalloped at the edges, are pressed against his skull. Hithrick sent me to check on you. He thinks you're up to something.
He... what? Oh, no. No.
He runs his claws through his hair and tugs at his long, ragged ears. Can't imagine why he'd think a thing like that.
Is she there? Did you see her?
Who are you talking about?
Devala. That woman. The slaver, she...
He swallows.
I was a slave in Raid Ceres. I ran away. Made it here. The mountains are usually the best place to lose slavers, but Devala's one of the best.
His hands tremble as he picks at his worn tunic. Oh, that's terrible. There must be something we can do.
I just want to get out of here. I've scraped together enough money to reach New Haomar.
New Haomar? Well, that's hardly an He stops himself, eyes wide. I mean, it's lovely. You'll love it.
But the locals talk about a Raid Saren party, camped west of town.
He worries at the ragged shirt sleeve.
It's got to be Devala. She's been after me since the foothills. I'll pay you if you can get rid of her. I don't care how.
Okay, I'll do it. Anything to get rid of nasty slavers.
Thank you. But be careful. She wouldn't have come alone.
Well, nor will I. I'll bring my party with me.
Back to warm your hands, eh? What can I do for you?
Let us... I'd like a room.
Top quality bear pelts on every bed. You won't be disappointed.
So, we got the silver catfish, lasts for 1 rest, dexterity and 2 might, lasts for 1 rest. Alright, we'll do that one.